Hi, Sharks. My name is Mark Lynn from Bourbon, California, and I'm here seeking $150,000 in exchange for 10% equity in my company, Sliimey Honey. Sharks, ever since I was little, my parents always told me, never play with your food. But food is so much fun to play with. I couldn't get enough of all the different textures, the smells, and the way it squishes between your fingers. I wanted a way where everyone could enjoy playing with their food. And that's why I created Sliimey Honey, gourmet, next-level slime that looks and smells like your favorite foods. We take real-life delicacies and turn them into playable, stress-relieving slime. You can't eat it. Growing up with Asian culture, one of my favorite snacks has always banana milk from Korean markets. So I turned that into our best-selling glossy slime, banana milk, scented exactly like bananas. With over 100 different slimes to choose from beginning level to advanced, Sliimey Honey has the perfect anxiety-relieving, fun texture for everyone. There's a reason our new slime drops sell out every week. I may only be 17, but I already know. I was made to be an entrepreneur, and I don't want to do anything else with my life. So, which one of you is ready to take basic, boring slime to the next level with Sliimey Honey?
Great job.
Wow, ding ding. That is awesome. You know, having a best-selling anything at 17 years old is pretty awesome and pretty special. I mean the not being able to eat it part, I think, is well, we saw that, what was it, the stressful, the dough, oh god, I feel so terrible because I actually got to speak with her on I'm gonna look it up while the video is playing. But yeah, so I mean that, at least, I mean, while not edible, was at least safe to eat. I hope that this is actually safe to eat, and especially because it smells, so you don't have kids like doing a Tide Pod challenge kind of thing on it or something like that. We don't need any more of that. That's for sure. But was it Damon's there? So maybe Damon will try it out like he did the therapy dough. I think it was therapy dough is what the name of it was.
Great job. I can't wait to smell it because you made it sound like it's amazing.
Just to clarify this, Mark, we cannot eat this, right?
You cannot eat it, unfortunately.
What happens if you do eat it?
If you do eat it, you won't die. And
how do you know you won't die?
Yeah, and also the second that you put it in your mouth, you know that you won't want to eat it anymore because it does not taste good.
Now, is this cookie supposed to get mixed up into it, or
yes, you're supposed to mix the clay into the slime.
This smells great.
It's a waffle.
How many different slimes do you have?
There's over 100 different slimes in my online store.
Where are you making this slime?
I'm currently producing everything out of my house's garage. My mom does a lot to help me. She's spent all-nighters with me packing orders. I actually hired many of my high school friends. There's about 11 in rotation. They come Monday through Friday, and they help me package orders,
They come to your house?
Yeah, they come to my
house.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yes, I pay them.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What's this little eyedropper thing?
Oh,
that makes it less sticky.
Makes it
That's
less
the
sticky,
activator, which if you are having a problem with the stickiness
really
of the
makes a big
slime, you
difference,
just
yeah.
add it in and mix it in, and it should become less sticky.
So what do you sell these for, Mark?
So depending on the slime, it goes from anywhere between $10 to $16 on my website plus shipping.
And what's your cost to make it?
So I produce it myself in my garage. It could cost about $2 to $4 to make, and then I sell it for $10 to $16.
All right, so why don't you tell us a little bit about you?
So I just graduated high school.
Congratulations.
And currently...
Are you planning to go to college?
Yes, I am planning on going to college. I'm going to UCLA in the fall.
Congrats.
All right. Thank you. And I don't think that me going to college will produce negative benefits on the business, because once I move into a warehouse, I'll be able to run my business successfully. And I think that my high school experience proves that I will be able to sustain my business and even continue to grow it.
What is happening to Kevin over there?
Mark,
I mean,
can you help me? I'm
really going
slime.
wrong.
Yeah.
What do I do?
You got to pour some of that stuff.
I think he
Well, I
poured
can't
the whole
open it.
bottle.
Open that up for me, will you?
You need
I'm
a
in
lot.
trouble here.
I know, you really are.
And how do you sell it?
So it sounds like Mark, instead of getting an apartment for college, he's just gonna rent a warehouse and live at the warehouse and be, live the Elon life, right? Sleeping on the warehouse floor or whatever, or the Mr. Beast, living in his studio life. I mean, look, if you're a college student and you don't have a family that you have to or have obligation to every single day, that is a very plausible thing, right? So, the one thing I can't get past though is, it's always hard to like tell people how to spell things when things are spelled like wrong. So like slimy with two eyes. So it's like, it's slimy with two eyes, but you also have to remember that slimy spelled with an E-Y, not just a Y. In fact, when I wrote it down, I didn't put the E in there. So I added the E afterwards. And then the honey part, I don't love that part because it's definitely not edible. And it kind of makes you, I don't know. It kind of makes me, reminds me of something that like, I mean, slimy isn't a great word for it, but like something you maybe have like the bubble teas or something you would put in some kind of, like a tea additive or something, like a specific type of honey that would go there. So I don't know that. I mean, I love the logo and I love the branding that's there. I just, the name, it doesn't, I don't know. It just feels like you have to explain it a little much there to me. But overall, I like you drop a different name on that logo and that branding. Like I guess honey is one of the prime ingredients to it. I guess maybe we'll find that out.
The way I market is I post TikTok videos, and today I have 900,000 followers on TikTok. Woo. Our current business model was we keep as many slimes from previous drops as possible in stock, and every single week I try to come up with anywhere between 2 to 5 brand new slimes to launch to the shop. So every Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific, I go on my website and I drop the 2 to 5 brand new flavors, and those are typically the best hits of the week.
And what's your typical shipping?
Shipping on average for one slime is about $5 to $6.
Oh. Okay, so about $20 all in typically.
Yes.
What's your total dollar amount sold?
Okay, so our lifetime sales is $1.2 million.
Oh!
You said you're 17?
And you must have made a boatload of money because you're going to tell us that your margins are huge, right?
Correct. My margins are huge.
Tell us.
We make about 70% margins.
Wow.
So 2 questions. 1, how much have you made in profits? And 2, how do you track all of it?
So in 2020, we did 50,000 in sales and we did 13,000 in profit from that. In 2021, we did $580,000 in sales and $300,000 profit from that.
Wow.
And to date, we've done $540,000 in sales and another $300,000 in profit.
300,000 over 540.
Yeah.
So how do you know that's right?
My mom is a certified accountant and she does all my books for me.
There you go. Then that makes it all better. Good for mom.
Yeah.
That's amazing because literally in high school, you created a business that now will pay for all of your college and then some.
I'm proud of your acumen. I think you're going to go very far. I think this is just your beginning. But the slime space is not my space. So for those reasons, I'm out. But I wish you just the very, very best.
Oh, come on. You're going to have like your Kind Bar slimy honey drops there. Having that's a really important question that Mark asked, right? As entrepreneurs, in fact, a good chunk of my book, you want to talk about something, a good chunk of my book, Sales Won't Save Your Business, talks about that, right? Like how you could be like, wow, we did like $1 million, but like, are you sure that you're actively working towards keeping as much of that $1 million as possible, legally possible, as well as like physically possible? Because the money can leak out in all kinds of sort of ways, right? You could think like, oh, well, this is my cost, and things kind of start inching up, but you don't update your system and update what your costs are. You don't track the dollars going out for your employees or contract workers in Mark's case, and such. And next thing you know, things are just, it's like, oh, we made all this money, but like really you didn't make all this money, and somehow we're in debt. How are we in debt? I don't know how that happens. How it happens is you aren't paying attention to the money and the expenses enough. I mean, there's 2 ways to increase profit, right? You increase what you're selling to people, right? The price, or reduce your cost. And in his case, Mark's case here, he's already at a pretty low cost to begin with. I mean, I don't want to say using child labor, but using his teenage, old enough to be working, classmates as employees, and he's got his mom, I guess, on the payroll, maybe not on the payroll, and you utilize that, plus you don't get free shipping. That will sink you, right? There was the chocolate pretzel situation that Mark invested in like way early on in Shark Tank. We covered that video here where he went on to say it was like the worst. One of the worst experiences that he had with an entrepreneur, because the business was just hemorrhaging money by the time he realized that she was giving out free shipping on every single order for chocolate pretzels, and the price wasn't enough to cover that quote unquote free shipping. So those are things that really add up, and I think having something limited, making it special is something, is such a great marketing tactic, especially once you have an audience to do those drops to, and it's a small enough price that people will be like, yeah, for I'll pop another $20-$25 to get that slime in, and then next thing you know, you have a whole house of slime. But it almost reminds me of the candle situation, like the Yankee candles and things like that. Just like keep dropping different scents and things like that, and people you'll find the people that are really connected to it.
I mean, I'm looking at you saying, okay, you're very credible. I mean, the product is completely nuts, but the market decides, right? Would you be willing to give my own flavor Wonder Slime?
Of course, we can make you a Wonder Slime, Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested because you're a good operator, but I have to have some mechanism by which I get my capital back. Otherwise, I'm crazy. 150,000, I want 30%. And we're basically, you're 2/3, I'm 1/3, and we do distributions accordingly.
Well, while you're thinking about Kevin's offer, I think that the slime is very cute. I really like that you created something innovative and different in the slime world, but I don't think that I want to be in the slime business. I'm all in on you, but you're doing well enough on your own, so I wish you good luck, but I'm out.
Missed opportunity here, Lori. It doesn't have to be just slime. Obviously, if he has figured out the scent business, that in and of itself, it's slime today, candles tomorrow, or it's just scent, like air fresheners. You open it up and it just air. Get that fresh baked fudge brownie smell in the house. Come on now.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mark, congratulations. What you've done is insanely amazing. I'm jealous. But at the same time, I think it's a great business for you, but I think it's a mistake to even take investment. So for those reasons, I'm out.
30%, I think it is.
Here's where I stand, and I'll probably help you with your decision on Kevin. I agree with Mark that you don't necessarily need an investor at this moment, and you need to go to school. Education is key. That's something that you have a chance to really accomplish. You've done a great job here, and for that reason, I'm in at $150,000 for 25%.
Hey!
Thank you so much for your offer, both of you, actually. So where I'm at right now is I think that my sales have proven the value of my company. And so would either of you be interested in maybe raising the dollar amount for more equity?
Why do you need more money?
I think that I need more money to just be compensated for the percentage that I'm giving away.
Then I need about $10 million to be compensated for my time.
Mark, do you want to counter either of their offers?
Yes, I would. So would either of you be willing to do $300,000 for 25%?
You're basically saying you wanted 150 for 12.5 at the end of the day. That's what you're saying. You're saying the same thing.
I would not do that deal with you, Mark.
I would not do that
Damon
deal.
might.
I would not do that deal.
Okay. I mean, I want to be in the premium slime business because everything about Mr. Wonderful is premium. And so that fits
And
with my
slimy.
branding.
Yes.
And I want to do
Ding,
Wonder
ding.
Slime. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think a lot of my millions of followers would want to buy some of that. But that's not free. There's value there. Tremendous value. You're not willing to give me any. That's the frustration.
Yeah, that's my challenge as well, right?
Stick to your guns, Mark.
I look at it and say, you must have had flexibility when you walked in here. You knew you weren't going to get a deal at 10%. That's not Shark Tank.
Right.
Yeah, but he was only asking for 150,000. I say only because once you get to 200, 300, 400,000, the odds are just like very low that's going to happen. I do think that they do offer a huge huge value. And I honestly, I kind of think Kevin might, with his Mr. Wonderful brand, with the Wonderful Weddings or whatever, really gives him a tapped in market that he could really, get a lot of sales out of. I believe, but I think the real play here is the sense, and I think just having an opportunity to work with one of the Sharks and have that connection is worth giving up 30% of something that Mark is going to be success. Like, it's pretty obvious that he's going to go and be successful at whatever he puts his mind to. I mean, he's selling slime for good, for sure. So, for whatever, he's selling slime. That says it all, right? So I think that this isn't necessarily his one and only stop in life. And I think that just having that opportunity to have that connection, that deep connection, build a relationship there, and they're going to pay you for that. I think it's worth it.
Would you guys be willing to do $200,000 for 20%?
I'm at 150 because you came in at 150. You keep asking for cash when you have cash, right?
Right.
I'm at 150. We can play with the percentages, but
Okay.
I'm not going to go over that because that's what you came in for, and you're good on cash at the moment.
Right.
Because all the things we're adding is not going to be cash when you have my team and
Right.
office and
Mark, I think
marketing.
I have a
Counter with the
solution. I think
lower
I have a
equity.
solution.
Okay.
You come up with the most equity you're willing to give right now in your moment at Shark Tank. We decide yes or no. Each of us can make that decision.
Yeah.
You have to come up and for 150,000. It's not 10. It's got to be higher, obviously.
Right.
What is it?
Better be 20.
Would you guys be willing to do $150,000 for 20%?
I'll do that deal. Deal?
I'll do it for 20 as well. Now it just depends on which shark you want.
Okay.
Which one do you think would be a better mentor?
I don't think Mark is prepared for that answer.
Mr.
No.
Kevin O'Leary?
Which one could sell more slime?
Or
is
the
what you
one
should
with
be
the
asking.
child?
He wanted a mentor.
I've already got my hands dirty with your business.
That's true.
Super dirty.
Because he didn't know how to play with slime.
That's true too.
What are you going to do, Mark?
Sorry, guys.
No,
This
it's
is
all right.
a
Why
lot
don't you
of-
turn around so you can think
You need
for a
some
minute
slime to
without
reduce the
staring at us?
anxiety?
I'll use this slime.
Yeah, we don't want to stress you out. It's an important decision.
Damon, I will take your offer.
You
Good
got a
deal.
point.
All right.
We defeated evil all at the same time.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wonderful.
That's
Don't be
all right.
sorry. Don't be sorry.
Congrats, Mark.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, man.
Congrats,
We're
Mark.
partners.
Yes.
I believe in you, and we're going to make sure you go to school, and we're going to
Yes.
help you with this business, all right?
Okay.
Tell mom and dad I said what's up.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Congrats.
Congrats.
I'm so glad that I was able to get a deal and gain the mentorship of a shark, which is really what I came in here looking for. I just felt a spark with Damon over Mr. Wonderful, who's having a really hard time playing with it. And I think that it was just a better partnership overall.
Yeah, I mean, I still think Kevin might have been the better one, but time will tell. So here we are on their website. Welcome to Sliimey Honey, gourmet, high-quality slimes crafted to your satisfaction. I mean, it looks like food. I feel like I'm like, I said bubble tea earlier because I'm looking at the bubbles here and thinking like I'm looking at some kind of bubble tea, but I see M&Ms, just really popcorn. Super cool, and not super expensive. Just and you know what? And it's not super expensive for what it looks like. Just the quality. I wouldn't even want to play with it. I just want to smell it. Hot cocoa. Oh, come on now. How great is that? Absolutely awesome. Let's check out their. The only thing that's missing here is fingers and video of people playing with it, right? Getting the smell and utilize it in a way that that they could do, how you go about using it. Due to our recent airs, Shark Tank airing orders are higher than usual, but there is nothing else about Shark Tank on here, which is odd, but not that odd given what I learned not that long ago. Talking to some people who were just on Shark Tank. So 70,000 over on the Instagram. Absolutely awesome. Killing it. Tons of whatchamacallit? The engagement. That's what I'm thinking. Couldn't think of the word. Sorry. Getting late over here. And 928,000 followers with almost 20 million likes over on over on TikTok. Very cool to see. Definitely a neat way to go and take something that, like, my kids make slime here at the house, and it don't look like that. That's for sure. It's got like sparkles in it, but very, very cool. Mark, love to have you here on the channel for an interview. Just drop a comment down below. Like Toasty Gambino, how are these videos not getting more views? I've been hooked for hours. Ding, ding. Yeah, I don't know. Look, channel's growing as quickly as it's supposed to. We got to be patient as things just unfold and the story and journey unfolds in front of us. But you got to be here for the grind. That's why I'm here with you on a Friday night. So I'll see you in one of these two videos right here. Take care and go be super.